How much is that French real estate? Hello everybody, this is David over at ESRA France. We're your source for English-speaking French real estate agents in all of France and French real estate information in English. How much is that French real estate? That's often a question that comes to mind when you're looking at property in France. But I'd like to suggest to you that from our experience talking to lots of people who work in real estate in France and having spoken to a lot of different French real estate buyers, that the first question you need to ask yourself before how much is that French real estate is what is actually comfortable and affordable for you. A lot of people contact us because they've been disappointed in the past when they're looking for French real estate because they actually have no idea how much French real estate costs them in the long term and how much the whole process of buying a property is going to be. So we highly recommend that you do your research ahead of time in terms of speaking with an English-speaking French real estate agent or having a consultation to learn more about the French real estate buying process before you actually start looking at French real estate. This is one of the reasons why we created the French Real Estate Buyer's Guide with 110 tips inside it and a whole bunch of free checklists available for you, is so you can think about more the French real estate buying process before you actually start looking at French real estate, to reduce any sort of disappointment and actually to save you time and make sure that you're not missing out on the right property that's waiting for you because you've been looking in a different direction based upon a lack of information about pricing or a lack of thought as to whether a particular type of French property will actually work for you. Some people are not aware, it's not a case of not aware, but some people haven't thought about what's the long-term impact of me buying this particular French real estate. Is it really the lifestyle that I'm going to look for when I'm living in France? So back to the idea about how much money in French real estate. There's a couple of items that we will share with you. The maximum purchase price of the home that you're going to be buying needs to take into account several things. First of all is the cost of maintaining the property and spending time there. If you're moving back and forth from your own home outside of France to your French real estate, there's a cost in travel that you have to be aware of, and as well as the cost of maintaining the property. That has to be factored into your purchasing property. Perhaps you'll spend less on your French real estate because of the fact that you're going to have to move back and forth from England or from Australia or from Canada or from Ireland or from wherever else you live in the world to be spending time in your French real estate. Make sure you're aware of the additional costs that come with buying property, the taxes that are involved, sometimes talked about as the notary fees, but in fact the property transfer taxes, all the different taxes that would be involved in your purchase of property. You have to budget as well for the idea that if you have a monthly fee, if you're buying an apartment or property that has a monthly fee available, you have to budget for that. You have to budget for the different taxes, taxe d'habitation, taxe foncière. And then you might want to look at the idea, is it beneficial for you to get a mortgage in France at a low interest rate and purchase your property in France? And if you're looking for an English-speaking French mortgage broker, we can help you connect with somebody to find out if this is possible. Perhaps you may want to release some equity from your own home that's outside of France. That's something else that you can look into. It's really important that you think about all these questions ahead of time before you actually start looking at French real estate. I know it's beautiful to look at all those pictures, but from many years of talking with people who've found their dream home in France, it's because ahead of time, before they start looking at the images, they have a look at what exactly is it that I want to find for my dream home in France. And our 110 Tips French Real Estate Buyer's Guide is something that can help you in this direction. Pop over to our website at esrafrance.com, check out our French Real Estate Buyer's Guide, and remember to subscribe wherever you heard this video and keep in touch. This is David over at ESRA France. Remember, we're your source for English-speaking French real estate agents in all of France and French real estate information in English. Till next time.